I know too much right now. I didn't know how far this gay thing went. With men in America, it's deep. Deep, when I was with all of them, all my former abusers, the things that I did as a woman to, I can't speak for all women, the things we do to cover for him. That's just some things I can't say. It wouldn't be safe. But things are becoming clear to me on why I'm leaving America. Before it was fuzzy, before it was unclear, but now. Oh, the pill bottle. It's alcohol in it. I measure everything. Everything, make sure. If you don't know why, then you're not cool. So, it is 100% clear to me why God is pulling me out of America and not just me but my loved ones. I know too much. It was a film and a book. The man who knew too much. And yeah, it's the gay thing, man. It's homosexual. So I'm going to get into this movie. It's I got too many things I want to talk to you about one time. I got too many things. This isn't the Jim Jones, this is actually alcohol. What Stoney said on one of the movies, one of them black cinema films, Stoney said, Jada Pickett's character said he puts a, what she said, he puts a smile on my face, or she said maybe he'll put a smile on my face. Yes, it feels good to have a smile on my face. It's not just Kylie, it's the kind of people that are in my life right now that keep a smile on my face. It's not just me cracking the jokes. That sums that up. And I'm drunk right now. No gays are here. And I try my best to, if I do surround myself with the gays, I prefer the friendly ones. I don't prefer those closeted, angry, gay bashing ones. I have some semi-friendly gay bashing ones. I got one right now. He don't know it yet, but he gay. I ain't gonna say his name. He's semi-friendly, and me and Kylie, we it's tough coming to terms with your sexuality. So we fucks with they're in our circle. Semi-friendly gay men and semi-friendly gay women are in our circle. We can work with that. You dealing with your issue, you trying to be somewhat civil, you trying to be somewhat humane, we could deal with that. But you just fuck the world and you mean to everybody. Don't want that kind of aura around us. We don't want that around us. And you just angry because you're gay and you taking it out on me and her and everybody else. Sorry, her and me. She and I. And she stays on me about pronouns in our marriage, in our lives. So you can see my skin has cleared up a lot, and my hair is you notice I'm not scratching as much. My hair has grown a lot. I'm less stressed. I'm not hanging around the same. Not that I was friends with these people. I didn't know who they were. I told my mother it's good to give everybody a chance, but once you find out who they really are, once you find out the snake sheds its skin, and it's okay to cut ties and to burn notice. So I cut some ties with some very important people, semi-important people, and non-important people. So people I got mixed up with doing my housing. And They could have given me some resources that I just didn't need. And, in my old life, I convinced myself I needed those resources. So let me tell you something. I'm trying my best not to be zoomy McZoomerson and zoom through this podcast because I'm concerned about so yeah, that's showing you the places where I used to scratch. I have not been going to town on it. As I told my mother once, I've been going to town. So, and then the other one, give you a little sneak peek. So, yeah, it's getting better. Like a vampire bit me right there with big ass fangs. And, I won't rule out that Kylie did that while I was dreaming. I was hoping that she would. So, anyway. The gay thing, I'll have to get deeper some other moment, because right now I have some more pressing matters and I'm starting to forget what I was going to tell you. And if I don't remember, that's fine. So I'll start with the movie Menace to Society. Cain is a homosexual. It's weird to say that in America about a man to acknowledge that he is a homosexual or a woman is a lesbian, because in 2025 you cannot be free and be a homosexual. And even though we have all these different theologies and logics that are supposed to support all people no matter their sexual status. So it's weird to say homosexual. But anyway, I studied this film, and Cain and Parnell, it took me to grow up in my 40s, and early on in my 40s I realized now that movie Thug and Love, Boondocks, was a cheesy but funny show. They called it Thug and Love, how these black guys be on the down low. Cain was on the down low because old dog was crying that night Cain got shot. Oh, Cain, please don't die. Yeah, that's what the other black guy was picking on him. But I got to thinking about it, and I said, Cain, look Parnell right now. I said, growing up, man, he was like my dad. He was crying and shit. So I'm going to tell you something. Tupac was a homosexual. I'm going to tell you something else. Tupac was my Parnell. I would have committed suicide a long time ago if it weren't for his lyrics, if it weren't for him, if his spirit didn't live on. Tupac, he's still my husband. Tupac is still my everything. His voice was so strong, it keeps my heartbeat going. Tupac. Kylie knows how I feel about him. Tupac keeps, man, growing up in the hood, growing up in the ghetto, a lot of time people, they don't know, they praise it because black culture made it cool to grow up in these places. But man, so many times I wanted to put a bullet in my head, and it's not much different now. The neighborhood that I'm exposed to, I'm not in the suburbs. God, it's not placing me in the suburbs yet. Just looking at places that got bullet holes around you, walking up and down the streets. I'm not going to get into the different forms of things you have to put up with, but if you've seen the movie, you've seen the kind of shit they have to put up with day to day, and with cars or not. This is the kind of shit you put up with in the inner city. This is the inner city. And the projects is worse. This is the kind of shit you put up with when the houses is too close. The suburb, the houses are too close, but we talking about rich people who got their own shit. It's not always money. Because some people, your partner could be the breadwinner, but you bring other shit to the table. You got other things you could bring, other resources. It ain't like that in the inner city. So what's keeping me from putting a bullet in my head right now is Tupac and my loved ones and Kylie. It's hard. This life is hard. And a lot of my words my mother stole from me and made it seem like she came up with the idea. And that was one of them. Supposed to be the other way around. Your parents supposed to be your lighthouse, your guiding light. I never heard nobody put it that way. Maybe God put it in my heart and in my mouth at this very first second, because I always like to credit my elders, but maybe the look this black woman, this black trans gave me today is maybe those are your words. Maybe you just don't know how to take credit when it's due. Maybe you're just too modest, so, because I don't recall who would have told me that. But I did used to like listen to my elders. Or maybe she was just trying to get in my panties, and the elders did tell me that. Let me tell you something. Tupac he was my Parnell, my husband. He keeps me in my right mind. Know what? These other men don't get me. They pretend to get me. This last one, I got to get 2 or 3 of them. Now they pretending to be Tupac fans to connect with me. I know a true Pac fan when Kylie is a true Pac fan. And that makes us have a bigger connection. I know a phony from a fake. Sometimes it depends on what's going on. But when it comes to Tupac, now I know your ass faking. There's some things I gotta get off my chest. Ongoing in our marriage, Renee and Katie try to ruin our marriage. I'm not sure how to word this. They're not the ones that got away, but they were serious about me and not ugly and not bummish. Yeah, that was Renee, Robin, Renee. I'm gonna give you her different variations. This is Roderick's. I'm okay with these 2 people. They're not enemies. They need to hear. They know it, but they need to hear it come from my mouth. So does the public. Robin, Renee. Renee is her middle name. Renee. Ed calls her Renee. Robin Renee Montgomery. Something that would help. This is tough to talk about. A little drinkity drink. Robin Renee Montgomery, maiden name, before she got married, and she married Michael Shadwick, and it became. My uncle helped me out because people. This is why Renee holds a thorn to some people, several people, an infinite amount of people. Not me. She knew it wasn't me that prevented us from being together. It wasn't me that did that. She knows that. Katie knows it wasn't me trying to keep us apart. There was several amount of other people that did that shit. That was not me. They know, but they need to hear this come from my mouth. All right, so that it wasn't that you okay with me. The 2 of you okay with me. I'm with someone else now, and if we were supposed to be together, we'd be together. But you'll find somebody else. You're good people, and I had a good time when we was together hanging out. I had a great time, but God just crosses different stars and puts different people together, and if we were supposed to be together, then we would be together. I can't have 3 or 4 husbands. I can't have 20 wives. Kylie won't have that. But you'll make a great wife for somebody else. 2 wives for somebody else. Maybe somebody else is into that. I would never offer you up to somebody like Kyle. I know Kyle tried to steal Katie from me, but she was not interested. She was too smart to get mixed up with him. And luckily she didn't have to do that. Anyway, I'm going to take my time. Robin Renee. I'm drunk. I wouldn't have otherwise done this. Robin, admit that I dated my cousin, Robin Renee. Didn't even recall it. And when I do recall it, I deny it. This time I'm not denying it. Robin Renee Shadwick Montgomery. She took care of me. She was the husband. She was the money person. Low budget but goody. She ain't dropped down like thousands at a time and stack, but she, like a 20 a week every now and then. And Katie never gave me money. Her abusers control her finances. Renee used to take us to the movies when we was kids to get us out of the house, and she would always say it's my treat. She paid, and we go. It was the way how she did it, that was so slick. I can't tell you how she did it, but the way how she did it didn't make it look like it was a date. It made it look like it was something else. So slick how she did it. And that's probably why I didn't know we were dating until I grew up, and well into my 40s. So yeah, she was slick about how she did that. I'm not going to say how she did it because they might try to track her down and arrest her. Even though I'm in my 40s now, they might try to probably try to nail me with perjury for a cover for my cousin. And because Renee wasn't in on that, Renee, because she was a victim herself of the kids we were being molested. And I'm not how sure Renee, she was a little bit older than me. I got one on the back of my arm looking at one of these little bumps. And Katie was just, I enjoyed the conversations, you know. When I told you Roderick used to hog all the conversations like some men I know. I just escaped these men, and I'm not going to say who they are because they're that dangerous. They would do what Roderick was doing to me. It was like a town full of Rodericks here in Chicago. I'm going to downgrade Chicago to a town because that's how boring most of these people are, and that's how country bunking a lot of the men are. I thought I was looking forward to some city men doing city things, but these men are like wanting mama to take care of them if it's full of mama's boys. That's why I keep having so many issues with a lot of them, and the closeted gay guys. And I'm not gonna get into all that stuff, but I know to stay in my own lane. And when it comes to a man, more than likely when I meet him here in Chicago, he's gay. To just leave him alone. Most of them are unfriendly. It's a handful that are friendly, that are my rock, that protect me from the ones that are trying to beat up on me, that are unfriendly. And I want a woman to look like I'm their woman, make them look. I forgot I mentioned this before in the podcast. I told you, not the other way around. I forget these things, but anyway. So back to Katie. And because I don't want to stay on the bad news, I want to get on the good news. Back to Katie. So these guys I just recently escaped. There's too many to count that did this to me. They Rodericked me. 2-3 hour conversation. They kidnapped me verbally, and I'm gonna listen to them ramble on and talk about their needs every once. But Katie, man, I would talk for hours, like 2-3 hours. You know, if it was guys playing, I would have married her. She was one of the many people, too many people to count, has proposed to me, and Katie proposed. She proposed to me, and I was with someone at the time. She was, you know, she just said, I never will stop feeling this way about you, and I didn't know if she was joking or not, you know, just because how the gay thing is in America, you know, and me and Katie had low self-esteem. I had no confidence and low self-esteem because I was with one of my abusers, and I really just did not. I don't know if she knew that. Like, she knew. But sometimes people need to hear things. I think even though she knew, she needed to hear me say, it wasn't that you weren't good enough. It's my confidence and my self-esteem was shredded up and down, and I couldn't see somebody like you wanting to marry me. And it's the gay thing in America, you know, safety issues. You know, Katie is a shorter woman. You know, who's going to be the guy in the marriage? Like, I can't protect you. I can't even protect myself. Who's going to protect us? Two women. You know, I have those same anxieties. You know, not anymore. When Kylie and I first started going on, before I took I'm gonna tell you what I told this unfriendly gay guy, semi-friendly. He's one of my friends, one of my buddies. God says to cast all your fears on him. I cast that fear on him. I used to have a fear of gay bashers beating up on me and my partner. So, and they used to actually do it, verbally and physically and all the above. So, that was that fear I had in marrying Katie. She wasn't the one anyhow, but it wasn't that you weren't good enough, Kate. I know several Kates, and that's why this one was Catherine Billings Newton. She was a sociopath anyway. Renee, tried to murder her kids. So how would that ripple? Women try to kill their husbands all the time. And then we would have been two gay women, so that worked out that we didn't get married. What you gonna do if I forget to flush or just don't flush? Right? Was a yellow let it mellow? What if you don't believe in that rule? Like these two got a short fuse, so it's not why I didn't marry you. But looking back on it, it probably worked out for the best. And there's some things I can't say about Kylie and I's marriage, and there's some things I can't say out of confidence about Renee and Katie that I won't air out. That's none of someone's business. Let me tell you something. Parnell. That's this video about to be named Parnell because that's what is getting me through this shit town, and the kinds of things I'm having to put up with, and the ongoing old life. Now they're just my encounters. It used to be harassment and bullying, but I've been facing my bullies, and now it's my encounters with gay men. My encounters with them. I've changed it to encounters.